And this morning, we do have a lot of presentations, so appreciate everyone's patience. And we're going to start with another one that is really close and personal to us, and that is honoring Congressman Walkinshaw for his service to Fairfax County residents in his capacity as Braddock District Supervisor. And we put this first because I know James has to run off and has duties on Capitol Hill to attend to. And obviously, we're recognizing James for his service to the county, but also for a lot of us, his longtime friendship and contributions to everything that we do here in Fairfax County. And I got to tell you, having that empty seat there has been tough for us over the. As always, thank you, Jimmy. I think that happened within 3 minutes of James leaving the board. This is the first time maybe it's happened on camera, but we do want to honor James, and to do that right, and we're going to do a couple of things here. First, I'm going to, in a moment, ask Channel 16 to play a video that we have of James's work here in Braddock District. I'm then going to read a resolution that the board can vote on. And then I'm going to open up to my colleagues for any comments that they want to make. And so at this time, if Congressman Walkinshaw could come on down. And I know that his Braddock District staff is here as well. They're welcome to come down and join Congressman Walkinshaw as well. And obviously, if not at this time, we certainly want them in the photo that we take. And so first thing is, we have a tribute video that Channel 16 has worked on, and I would ask them to go ahead and play that. Hi, I'm Jeff McKay, Chairman of the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors. I want to take a moment to congratulate my friend and colleague, James Walkinshaw, on his election to the United States Congress representing the 11th District. This is an extraordinary achievement, one that reflects his deep commitment to public service, his integrity, and his unwavering dedication to the people of Fairfax County.
As Supervisor of the Braddock District
of the Board of Supervisors
of the Board of Supervisors
of Fairfax County, Virginia,
of Fairfax County, Virginia,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
So help me God.
It has been a true pleasure and privilege serving alongside James on the board. From day one, he brought energy, new ideas, and a thoughtful, steady approach to solving problems. He's the kind of colleague who listens carefully, works collaboratively, and always keeps people, not politics, at the center of every decision. James and I have shared not only a commitment to policy, but a friendship built on mutual respect and a shared love for this community. I've seen firsthand his tireless drive to make Fairfax County a better place. Whether it was transforming an unused parking lot at the government center into affordable housing for working families, or championing policies that protect our environment and promote equity.
Symbols can inspire us to action. Symbols can unite us around our shared ideals. And my hope for this site and this project is that it will do just that it will continue to inspire us to action. In the words of Chairman McKay, that we build affordable housing in every corner of the county, including right here in our own front yard.
As chair of our legislative committee, James strengthened our partnerships in Richmond and ensured Fairfax County's voice was heard loud and clear. His leadership helped move forward policies that directly improve people's lives.
And the project labor agreement means that the workers who will be working on this project will be guaranteed fair wages, fair benefits. And from the taxpayer's perspective, it's going to ensure that we can complete this project on time and under budget.
And just as importantly, James' time in local government has given him a deep understanding of how policies affect real people. That perspective, knowing how decisions in Washington impact neighborhoods, schools, and families right here at home, is invaluable. We've seen how that experience serves leaders well. Just look at former Congressman Jerry Connolly. who brought the same Fairfax County know-how to the national level and delivered real results. James follows proudly in that tradition. He understands the challenges our residents face because he's been in the trenches solving them. That makes him not only a strong legislator, but the right kind of representative for this moment. While I'll certainly miss having him as a colleague on the board, I'm proud to call him a friend and even prouder to know that he'll continue serving our community on the national stage. Fairfax County is gaining a powerful ally in Washington, someone who knows our values and will fight for them every single day. Congratulations, Congressman Walkinshaw. Thank you for your leadership, your partnership, and your incredible service to Fairfax County. We're all cheering you on as you begin this next exciting chapter.ً First, obviously, that video speaks volumes of, all the work that James has done on behalf of Fairfax County, but also want to thank and congratulate Channel 16 because they do an amazing job capturing these videos. Not easy work. It's not easy work to go through thousands of clips and photos and try to pick the best ones that capture someone. And so I definitely appreciate all the work that they did to make sure that video is something that many people can view over a long period of time and understand the contribution that you've made, Congressman. And with that, and I will say, the swearing in photo, we wanted to make sure that one was there when James got sworn in because we're going to do a before and after shot of how much these jobs age people. But in all seriousness, and certainly give my colleagues a moment as well to comment on this. But before I do that, I'm going to hand the gavel to Supervisor Smith so that I can read the following resolution. Whereas Congressman James Walkinshaw has dedicated his career to public service, demonstrating results-driven leadership marked by integrity, dedication, inclusivity, and unwavering commitment to collaborative governance that improves the quality of life for residents of Fairfax County and Virginia's 11th Congressional District. And whereas a Northern Virginia native and graduate of New York University, Congressman Walkinshaw spent more than a decade as Chief of Staff to Congressman Jerry Connolly, advising on federal policy, constituent services, federal workforce protections, and advancing funding priorities for Fairfax County. And whereas Congressman Walkinshaw served with distinction on the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors representing the Braddock District from 2020 to 2025, where he secured funding to renovate the Audrey Moore Rec Center, shepherded the Braddock Road Multimodal Improvement Project, and advanced efforts to ensure the long-term sustainability of Lake Accotink while addressing challenges great and small in the Braddock District. And whereas as chair of the Environmental Committee, he led implementation of the community-wide Energy and Climate Action Plan, initiated a plastic bag fee resulting in measurable reductions in waste in local streams, and advanced numerous countywide sustainability initiatives. And whereas his leadership spanned major legislative and regional priorities, including guiding the Legislative Committee's legislative program and advancing the red flag law, leading the Virginia Railway Express Operations Board to launch Saturday service, advancing collective bargaining for county employees, introducing tax relief for spouses of fallen service members, and helping enact the county's firearm ban on public property. And he represented Fairfax County on key regional bodies, including the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments Transportation Planning Board, the Virginia Association of Counties Board of Directors, and the Northern Virginia Regional Commission, among others. Whereas the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors is deeply appreciative of Congressman Walkinshaw's years of dedicated service and partnership, now therefore be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all residents, does hereby recognize and honor Congressman James Walkinshaw for his exemplary service, leadership, integrity, and lasting contributions to Fairfax County, and extends its gratitude and best wishes for his continued success.
I'll second that with most of the board. A discussion on the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Vice Chair Smith, and I know others will want to weigh in. First, it is interesting to see James on this side of the podium. And we don't have time limits on our speakers, but I'm glad he has other things to get to after this, because we could be here all day talking about what a wonderful colleague you have been, what a friend you've been, and the long-term relationship you had with Congressman Connolly that got you started, and certainly guides you, I know, in the daily work that you do and the work that we have come accustomed to from our members of Congress. And serving the 11th Congressional District, which is entirely in Fairfax County now, I can tell you it gives me great comfort to know you're there. We've said before, we wish every member of Congress had to serve in local government. We'd get a lot done. We'd have balanced budgets, we'd have cooperation, we'd have operations that work, the government would be open. And unfortunately, that's not always the way things work in Washington, D.C., but we know with you there and your experience in local government that local government will center the decisions that you make, and that we have a strong partner for a long time here in Fairfax County on Capitol Hill, and something that we've gotten used to, accustomed to, and know that is an asset that we'll continue to have for a lot of years. And that makes me rest easy at night. I know James will always do the right thing on behalf of our Fairfax County residents. And so we're going to miss you a lot, but the best thing is you're still serving our constituents in a way, and I know our relationship will continue to be focused on that for many years to come. And so many times we play these videos of our colleagues, and it's a real sad moment when we lose a colleague and we do a tribute video to them, or when they're retiring from the board and leaving public service. But in this particular case, this is a celebration of all the things you did for Braddock District, but also a celebration, I know, for all of us that you're continuing to serve us in a new capacity. So James, thank you very much, and thank you to Yvette and Mateo, your wife and son, because I say this all the time for people in these offices, it takes a lot from family, a lot of nights, a lot of weekends. Living in an aquarium is not always the easiest thing on family members, especially our young kids. And so we thank Yvette and Mateo, and then finally the amazing Braddock District team that's here. I know you'll say something about them too, but doing amazing work on your behalf and continuing to do amazing work on behalf of the residents of Braddock District. We are grateful for them as well. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Supervisor Palchuk?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I think the chairman shared a lot of what I was feeling, but as I'm sitting here, and I know, James, I've forgotten half of the things that you were able to help us move here in the last 6 years. And as hard as it is to shift such a large ship that is Fairfax County with over 1 million residents, I was moved to see that I think he got close to moving you to tears, which is something I don't often expect from Supervisor Walkinshaw, Congressman Walkinshaw, and your unwavering work. But I think to me the most important thing is, number one, that Mateo and Yvette are your two most important constituents, and I know they will ensure that you continue to focus on protecting our most vulnerable, understanding from our little ones all the way to our aging adults, the importance of everything that happens in Congress that sometimes it's hard to remember, the impact that it has every single day, and making sure our kids have great schools, our environment is protected, the safety of our children in those schools, the importance of a workforce that's respected and paid enough to be able to afford homes and good jobs, and the affordability in our community, and just how much that impacts. Well, I know it's tough to imagine anyone enjoying that job more than they do this one. I know that you've done so much there, and the reason I know I and so many of us here are excited to have you in Congress is if anyone can get it to be more functional, it's you. And anyone knows how important it is, and hit the ground running, not just here in the county, but we'll do it in Congress now that you're back in session. We're excited for you, and we've got your back, and thank you for continuing your life of service to the community.
Supervisor Alcorn.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. So, yeah, James, I just want to build on thanking you for the choices that you've made, really to dedicate your career to public service. we all make choices in our lives, and it's not always obvious, I think, to folks that aren't in the elected business how much of a sacrifice, not just on the elected side, but long before being elected, all the incredible hours, all the dedication that you did, and you truly did answer the call to public service. And I do hope, and I know that you will continue the tradition of appreciating and understanding local government and the role local government plays in our systems. And for that, we will ever be grateful. Thank you, James.
Supervisor Stork.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. And James, to tie onto that, the passion and tenacity that you bring, I mean, that's part of what we've seen and what I remember seeing almost 2 decades ago when I first saw you representing Jerry Connolly at a South County Federation meeting at the South County High School Library when we did in-person meetings.
I'd forgotten that. All right.
Yeah, well, and what you brought to that was a different energy, a different, experience, and how that's tempered and how that's been, I think, more sophisticated in how you go about in getting things done, not only all the environmental things that you and I have collaborated on that I think have been huge, but for me in particular has been, and I think for you in particular, the successes that we've had with VRE. Virginia Railway Express has been we've seen huge changes, and we've gone through some incredibly difficult times with COVID. Your leadership as chair of that, as well as your support and our really work together to create a regional rail authority, which is we see it growing and developing, and obviously with the completion of the Long Bridge and some other things that are happening, we will see that further blossom and transform not only the Braddock District, which I know is a key part of your passion, but also the ability to frankly grow Saturday service and many other things that will truly enable this to be a core part of our future of transportation. So again, my great thanks and appreciation and pleasure of having worked with you on all those things. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Jimenez.
Thank you so much, and good morning, Congressman. I hope you're doing well.
Good morning.
It's nice to see you in person. I feel like I see you all the time on the videos that you post, and it's always a joy to see that. But thank you for your service, your leadership. James, you're someone who puts actual words into action, and that's so important. You don't just talk about doing something, you do it. And that was shown through your time here on the board, whether it was environmental issues or labor issues, but most importantly, your dedication to your community and your constituents won't be forgotten. And we are all excited, as mentioned, to see how you're doing. We were rooting for you, as mentioned previously. We want to see you do well, because when you do well, Fairfax does well. When you do well, our residents strive. So thank you so much for your service.
Supervisor Lusk.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chairman. I'll say I feel a kinship to James in a way that is specific to having worked with Jerry Conley. And I see the lessons that you've learned from working with him directly, and I can see your values and your dedication and really just appreciate all that you've done and all that you will do, James. You are a person who will also call and check in with someone who might be having a difficult time, and I appreciate times when you've done that, and acknowledge that your leadership on affordable housing, your leadership on environmental issues, legislative issues, it is very much appreciated. And I think about your family. I know this is probably tough for them because they're going to probably see you less. I know I see you out pretty much everywhere I almost go, so that means you're going to all the places I'm going, plus all the places that these other folks are going as well. So I just want to acknowledge that I see your passion and commitment already in your service, and just want you to know I appreciate you for the person that you are and for the things that you've done and will do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Bierman.
Well, it's easy for him to be everywhere when he gets to Congress and gets an 8-week vacation. Just throw that out there. This wasn't enough of a roast, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I've told people a lot of times something that James told me in January when I was first running for office. This was January of 2023. We sat down for lunch, and it sticks with me in pretty much everything I do. And he was talking about constituent services, and he was talking about being a public servant and representing your constituents. But what he said to me, which always stuck with me, was that sometimes the people who need my help the most are the least likely to call. That's right. Now keep in mind, I was still in a campaign. They're not only are they the least likely to call, they're probably in some ways the least likely to even go vote, and they're definitely the least likely to send a campaign contribution. But they are a part of your community, and they are people who you need to care about when you're in public service. And James gets that. James has gotten that. He's gotten that you need to be reaching out to everybody. He's gotten that you need to be going everywhere, being visible, trying to let people know that you can help them and can do things for them. And he just picked up a whole lot more constituents, so it's gotten a little harder. But I know that he will always take that commitment to everything that he does in Congress. It's really inspiring. There was another thing he said early on. He said, if you want to win a campaign, you should knock on 10,000 doors. I didn't quite get there. They're a little farther apart in Great Falls. But it's also a testament to the fact that James did knock on 10,000 doors and did get around his community. And I know he will continue to do so. And we're very happy with what you're doing, not just the videos, though they are very funny, especially the one about finding Antifa at a No Kings rally. If you haven't seen it, you really gotta check that one out. But and thank you for giving me a little bit more space here for a few months. I'm a little messy back here, kind of like my speeches. But thank you so much, James, for all you do. Thank you.
Okay, it's hard to go after Mr. Bierman.
You're the one who set the order, Kathy.
I was not thinking. James, it has really been an honor to get to know you, to work with you. I've been doing this type of work for a long time, and for me personally, to have somebody to serve with that could help me do my job better, to teach me how to do the job better. You just have at your core service to our public. You do your homework, you care about people, and you're fun to be around. And it's like the full package. I personally am so thankful that you're my congressman, that you are representing the community, and I know how important that service is to you. So thank you so much for everything you do. Okay, so I'm going to call for a vote, or you... Yes, we're good?
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That motion carries. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Smith. And I'm glad we ended with your comments, because I think they were succinct and right on the mark. And I want everyone to know James did not ask for this to happen here. I did, because I wanted to make sure that we could, pay tribute to all that he's done for Braddock District and will continue to do for us. And so I know he doesn't love being here for this, but we wanted to make sure we paid proper tribute to him, and we want to make sure that our funding requests continue to happen when we submit them to our congressman. So with that, I am going to turn the floor over to Congressman Walkinshaw. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is my first time over here, actually, but it's an incredible honor to be here before you all and to receive this recognition. It's been just over 2 months since I left the Board of Supervisors, and I'm just now recovering from the secondhand caffeine withdrawal that I had from sitting next to Supervisor Bierman for so long. But when I ran for the Board of Supervisors in 2019, I said that my priority would be solving everyday problems for the people in neighborhoods that I hope to represent. And as you all know, and as the Braddock District staff knows, the good news is every day somebody has a problem in local government. And another reason that I ran was I felt, like probably many of us, that there had been a breakdown in trust between people and institutions, people and government, maybe most specifically. And I think that's one of the drivers in the challenges our country's facing now. And I felt like as a district supervisor, I would be in a position in my small corner of the world to try to repair some of that trust in the way that I went about the work. And I hope that we were able to accomplish that in the Braddock District. I know that each and every one of you in your respective districts, and you, Mr. Chairman, across the county, do that every day. And most importantly, all of the incredible staff here in Fairfax County do that each and every day. We went through some significant challenges. You know, I can remember the day that I was sworn in, as we saw in the video. I can remember the first day that I saw my name at that dais, which is now a strange blank space. I can remember when I saw my name on the front door of the Braddock District office, and the pride and humility I felt in having that responsibility to represent my community. We endured and I think emerged stronger from the COVID pandemic. We made incredible progress toward our affordable housing goals. We maintained our status as the safest large jurisdiction in the United States of America. We kept our foot on the gas on our environmental initiatives and agenda in addressing climate change and making our local environment even cleaner. Just real progress. In the Braddock District, I'm proud of the work that we did, much of it thanks to the incredible team behind me and others who came before them, serving our constituents, solving thousands and thousands and thousands of those everyday problems that our neighbors and neighborhoods faced. As was noted in the video, securing funding for the Audrey Moore Rec Center renovation, and I'll definitely be watching that to make sure we get that across the finish line. The Braddock Road multimodal project, and all of you have dealt with big transportation projects and know how difficult it is to get those across the finish line and get those designs finalized and work with the community and try to bring the community together around a shared vision. And we've done that. And a challenge that I knew I would face when I was elected, but it turned out to be a more significant challenge than I anticipated in Lake Accotink. And I'm so pleased that I think we're on a good trajectory and path to preserve Lake Accotink for the long term. And Mr. Chairman, I thank you for your commitment to that, and Supervisor Lusk and all of you who have supported that. It's really important to our community and our county. And, you know, I'll close just by saying and noting the obvious that we're in a difficult moment right now, not just for our country, but for our region and for Fairfax County. Supervisor Alcorn and I this weekend had dinner at First Baptist Church in Vienna with dozens of federal workers who have lost their jobs over the last year, veterans, single moms, members of our community. I just learned yesterday that Virginia's 11th district, which includes much of Fairfax County, is the #1 district in the country where veteran-owned small businesses have had their contracts canceled. So our neighbors, our friends, our constituents, our small businesses are under assault right now, and I'm going to do everything in my power to fight for them. But I'm an optimist. I wouldn't have run for Congress if I wasn't an optimist about our country's future. I'm even more optimistic about Fairfax County's future because of the work that all of you do and the incredible staff and the great communities and residents that we have here. Just as we emerge stronger from the COVID pandemic, I'm very confident we'll emerge stronger from the challenge that we're facing now. And I'll close just with thank yous, and I'll start and appreciate folks for mentioning Yvette and Mateo, and they have stood by me through this journey that has been challenging at times, and you all know the day-to-day reality of it. It has meant a lot of missed bath times and bedtimes, and they have stuck with me because they believe in the service that we provide together in a lot of ways for our community. I want to thank the incredible Braddock District staff who are behind me and those who came before them. I have not worked with a more dedicated group of folks, and if you had any question about their abilities and their effectiveness, you have seen over the last 2 months that everything in the Braddock District has continued full speed ahead in my absence. So it turns out I was superfluous to the great work that they do in serving our constituents. To the senior management, the county executive and county attorney, and all of the incredible county staff, just an amazing, amazing group of public servants who do incredible work for our community and my constituents. Now I'm deeply appreciative of all of you and the friendships that I've built with so many of you. My constituents in the Braddock District, almost all of whom I still represent now in Congress, for allowing me to become part of their communities in so many ways. And all of you know how special it is to be a district supervisor. All of you, like me, I'm sure, have neighborhoods, and for me there's one not too far from here where every year for 5 years I was in Johnny's living room. Really, his name is Johnny. Johnny's living room for the HOA meeting with 10 or 11 people talking about their challenges and their hopes for the future of their community, and those are just very, very special relationships. And in the Braddock District, folks who met Mateo when I was carrying him in the baby carrier and now see him almost as tall as me. So they've been just a special part of my life and my family's life, and I'm deeply appreciative of them. And then finally, all of you, I have so much respect for the work that you do. I'm jealous of the work that you get to continue to do because it is so important and so special. But each of you have played an important role in my life, in my journey, in my growth, and I deeply, deeply value our friendships and relationships, and will do everything in my power to continue that. And I couldn't end without giving you some sort of little bit pretentious pseudo-intellectual reference here. I figure you probably missed that, but I'm a fan of a David Foster Wallace fan, and he wrote Infinite Jest. I can picture Supervisor Luskin Alcorn maybe walking around UVA carrying a thick copy of it, but he wrote a lesser-known work called the Pale King, and there's a line that has always stuck with me, and he said that true heroism is minutes, hours, weeks, year upon year of the quiet, precise, judicious exercise of probity or care with no one there to see or cheer. And that line always reminds me of each of you and all of the staff here in Fairfax County who are involved in this government and making it work and making this community better. Your work is, for the most part, behind the scenes. Your work usually won't get you on cable news, but your work is really, really important, and it's heroic work that each of you here are doing. So thank you so much for the honor, and thank you for the work that you all do.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much, James. And this is not goodbye. This is celebrating this next chapter, and you are welcome back. You're comfortable there at that podium now. Welcome to come back anytime. We love seeing you here, and you're a part of our board family, as hopefully everyone can clearly see. With that, I think we're ready for a photo, and if you could come on forward, all of you could come on forward and face the audience, and the board would rise.